Superman. That's what everyone's talking about in the theaters. And about 2-3 years ago, I made a GIF, a GIF, where Captain Kirk, Spock and crew, the USS Enterprise classic meets Superman Kal-El. Everybody loved it. I had it on my laugh track. And so I was thinking the past several days, since Superman is #1 movie, it's garnering a lot of attention, a lot of mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it, but it's doing well. So I said, what if I bring that vibe and spirit back where Kirk and crew meet Kal-El? Kirk versus Kal-El. It could happen, right? Well, my sort of, thematic reasoning and proposed plot would be that, of course, Lex Luthor, up to his old shenanigans and chicanery, Lex has a plan, doesn't he always? And so he time travel devices, he temporal warps the Enterprise back to Metropolis, present day of their time. And Superman is like, there's this big spaceship, there's this big alien ship. What does it want on Earth? What does it want with Earth, my adopted home? And of course, Kirk and Spock are like, wow, what happened here? We didn't time warp. Because as you know, the Enterprise, Starfleet vessels can time warp, right? Like we saw in Star Trek 4, Voyage Home. So the sensors are scanning this incoming flying object, and Spock is like, this being is incredibly powerful, his dense molecular structure, blah, blah. So Kirk is like, fire phasers, lightly, just to scare him off just a little. And of course, it doesn't do anything, and Superman keeps coming. They put the shields, the deflector, the shields up, and he can't get in first, but he's pounding them away. And then Spock is like, let's do a tractor beam to sort of, corral him and lasso him in. And that kind of might work maybe for a minute or two. And then Kirk's like, you know what? Just transport the dude. You get him in a transporter beam. And so it's really a great speculation. Could Superman be transported? Now, there have been instances where people have resisted the transported. The one I think of is The Hunted, the Next Gen episode, where the former soldier, sort of that Vietnam parallel, he actually resists the transporter. So maybe Superman could do it too. But say they beam him into like the brig or whatever. And, they have the force fields up and he's trying to pound and get away. And then Spock is like, you know what? I have to do a mind meld on him to prove to him that we're fine. There's no problem here. So he does it. And of course, at first Kal-El is like, Superman's like, I don't know. And then he does it because Superman knows the good guys too. Spock and him mind melds, and that's it. They realize that it was Lex Luthor, of course. Superman realizes that, saves the day, and then the Enterprise time warps back to the 23rd or 24th. No, that Kirk would be the 23rd century. So what do you think? Hey, I'd love to see a cartoon version or something like that. I know anyone could maybe do it with proper AI. Maybe I'll do it one day. Maybe I'll do a full-blown Kirk versus Kal-El. In the meantime, what do you think? Could it work? Would it work? Would you want to see it? I know I would. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.